We started talking about the NBA trade deadline. I would just want to say a couple things about Kobe. This is our first time talking about the NBA since the tragic passing of Kobe, his daughter, and the other victims of the helicopter crash. Growing up a Lakers fan, he easily my favorite player of all time. When I saw the news, I was shocked. I couldn't believe it. It did not seem real. It still doesn't seem real.
Still doesn't. It's like
it's weird, man.
How is Kobe Bryant not
It's
in this world anymore?
It's very weird, man. I think he was going to be a better person in the second part of his life than he was in the first part of his life.
Yeah.
Outside of basketball, he was doing a lot of great things. Not only for the NBA, but for the WNBA. Big ambassador of women's basketball. It's crazy. It really is. It blows my mind that he's just not going to be here anymore. He was only 41, a couple years out of the league. I'm happy he got to see his jerseys get hung in the rafters. Mm-hmm. I'm pretty upset that he's not going to be here this summer for his Hall of Fame induction. We're not going to hear him talk about the different things he accomplished, what his whole mindset, what his goals were coming into the league, what he's trying to leave with the next generation of players, all the things he's done. And, it's crazy, man.
I can't believe, how big of an impact he left on athletes, not just basketball players, but athletes worldwide. And how many people from different countries mourned him.
Yeah.
It's incredible. It's something that I didn't realize. You kind of take it for granted, and then
this generation, our age, or kids in their 20s, people in their 30s, they grew up with Kobe. Mm-hmm. We were born in '96. He was a rookie in '96.
Yep.
So as we started getting older, we saw him progress as a player. Get older, more mature. I didn't see the three-peat. We were way too young for that.
Yeah.
But I still remember that 09 championship against the Magic, and then 2010 against the Celtics. It holds a close place in my heart. Those are the only championships I've ever seen my team won, besides Chelsea winning the Champions League. Never seen a Rams Super Bowl because I was too young. But Kobe, Kobe's the reason why I got really, basketball was my first sport that I really fell in love with. It was my first sport that I ever played. I've been playing since I was a kid, still play it today. We still play it all the time. And Kobe was really influential for not only for me, but just for, people our age. You see these players in the NBA that are in their 20s and they're mourning, man. It's that's their hero. That's who they base their game off of. Kobe was this generation's MJ.
Yeah, he was.
So it's sad, man. And I'm really happy that LeBron is on the Lakers and he's done everything right. I think he's done everything right to carry Kobe's name. And
it stinks because they were just starting to get close as he joined the Lakers.
Yeah, because the LeBron fans and the Kobe fans done nothing but bicker for the last 20 years. That's all they ever did. That's all we ever did. We hate LeBron, we hate Kobe this, Kobe that, LeBron this, LeBron that, and you saw it now when LeBron joined the Lakers, especially when he joined the Lakers. You saw the friendship they were having. They were very close on and off the court. And Kobe was very proud of LeBron and all the things he accomplished. So
his last tweet, man.
Yeah, last tweet was congratulating LeBron, saying go get that 2 spot. So it's crazy, man. So yeah, it's sad, but it happens, I guess, sometimes.
There's, I don't know. It's hard to. How do I say it? It's hard to fully understand it at the same time.
Yeah.
It's it's sad. There's silver linings, the legacy he's gonna leave and how long he's gonna be remembered forever.
Mm-hmm.
And so.
But it's hard, think about it outside of basketball. Vanessa she's alone now. Now she has other girls that she has to raise. She just lost a daughter. She lost her daughter's family, her daughter's friends, and her family. They passed away. It's a tragic event, man. And I don't think we've ever really seen something like this in our generation, especially a passing like this that really affected people the way it did. So I think this is the first major passing, and it sucks. It sucks that it was Kobe, because Kobe was really trying to set himself up in his second part of his life to be better than the first part of his life.
Yeah.
Be a better person outside of basketball than he was in basketball. And I think he had all the keys and all the things. He was heading in that direction. So
What's your favorite Kobe Bryant moment?
Winning the 2010 championship, beating the Celtics.
Nice.
I will never forget that. Especially since 2 years before, Celtics beat us. Y'all beat us in the championship.
Mm-hmm.
And I know Kobe was pissed. And then he came back the next 2 years, went back-to-back championships.
For sure.
And I loved his last game. He just went crazy.
That was
amazing.
I think that's my favorite moment because, I mean, I wasn't watching basketball when, like in 04 and all those, like most of his prime years with Kobe. So a lot of my walking off the court with a torn Achilles, hitting 2 free throws after tearing it, and then walking off under his own power, I think is just the embodiment of Mamba mentality.
Yeah.
And it's not just an inspiration on the court; he's an inspiration off the court.
Mm-hmm.
And how it translates, like these types of those stories, they motivate you to push through.
And they motivated a whole generation. They motivated all these players that are there today, whatever sport it's in. So it's good to see what the NBA's done. I hope the NBA does the right thing. I hope they don't rush it. I hope they give Kobe what he deserves. Like I hope they remember Kobe for a long time. It's not just something temporary. Like I know they're giving the All-Star numbers 2 and 24 for Gianna and Kobe, but I think they should do something long term also.
They will.
And I hope they do. And I hope they take their time with it. They shouldn't rush it. They should just, be smart about it. Whether changing the logo is a lot, but whatever it is, I just want it to be something memorable, something nice. So now moving on, talk about the trades.
Big trade day,
a lot
actually,
of trades, man. I'm shocked.
I was not expecting that. Usually NBA trade deadline's kind of a snooze fest.
Yeah.
But we got some blockbusters today. Which one do you want to start with?
We can start with the Golden State trade. Golden State, Minnesota Timberwolves.
Minnesota. Okay. You want to...
Yeah, so Golden State traded away D'Angelo Russell, Jacob Evans, and Amari Spellman, and they received Andrew Wiggins, a 2021 first, and a 2022 second-round pick from the Timberwolves. Mm-hmm. So I actually like this trade for both teams.
Yeah.
But I guess I can understand why Golden State traded D'Angelo Russell because next year Steph and Clay are going to be back, and they don't need a 1 or a 2, and this is crowding. It's crowded. It's crowded. So I understand it, and I think Minnesota really benefited from this trade. They needed that guard, and they've loved D'Lo for a long time, and they've wanted D'Lo. Him and Cat are buddies.
Right.
So I think the Timberwolves are definitely going to improve from this trade. And I actually kind of like it a little bit for Golden State too because they need that forward. It's nice to have another forward, Next year if they draft Wiseman and they have Steph at the 1, Clay at the 2, Wiggins at the 3, Draymond at the 4, and then Wiseman at the 5. That's a solid starting 5.
Draymond could play the 5.
He can play the 5 too. So
and then put Wiseman in
the 4. Either one, but I think Draymond's better at the 4 than the 5. But still, I like the trade for both teams. And it helps both teams out. So, how did you feel about it?
I also liked it a lot for both teams, and I think a lot of it has to do with fit, not only just crowded backcourt for the Warriors, but fit as well. Like the way the Warriors play is just not. It doesn't match with the style of D'Angelo Russell, who's more of a pick and roll type player, who wants to hold the ball a lot. He's not great off the ball, which the Warriors love to do with their off-ball movement, and the amount of screens they send is just rigorous off-ball movement. That's what they rely on and to get shooters open. And D'Angelo Russell is a guy that he's gonna want the ball in his hands, and he can make plays for others and score as well. Mm-hmm. Pick and roll is what he thrives at, and I think that's why he's perfect for Minnesota, who really needed a guy like that.
Yeah,
they didn't have a point guard. Really?
No.
I don't. Who was there? What's Tyus Jones? Is he still there?
I think he's still there. Or not even.
So they definitely They also needed a change. The Timberwolves needed a change. Like Cat and Wiggins, they're 2 really good players, but it just never worked out.
They didn't fit together.
I don't know if it's that they didn't fit, but it's just been all these expectations, and it's nothing. Like they drafted Wiggins number 1, or not? They didn't draft him. The Cavs traded Wiggins to him for Kevin Love in 2014. That's a first-round pick. Then they drafted another first-round pick with Karl Anthony Towns. And eventually people were like, "Oh, they got 2 first-round picks. These kids are both studs," which they are. and it just never amounted to anything. Even after they added Thibodeau as their coach, he's like, oh, they got a real coach now. Because before it was like, oh, they didn't have a coach. They got Thibodeau. Now they're like, oh, he's a defensive-minded coach. They're actually going to play defense. That was their weakness. They were good on offense, bad on defense, and they still did bad with Thibodeau as their coach. Their defensive ranks were near bottom of the league. And they even added Jimmy Butler, and still it was Jimmy Butler, Karl Anthony Towns, Andrew Wiggins.
Nothing.
They didn't even make the playoffs. And so you need someone like D'Angelo Russell to come in.
It's nice to have a point
guard. He can run an offense.
You need that point guard. You need that elite point guard.
Yeah.
A lot of these great teams, they have a point guard that's elite that can control the ball, or they have at least some elite player.
And then from Golden State's perspective,
it's good. It's good forward help, and I think Wiggins can really rejuvenate his career on the Warriors. I think this is the team to do it if they want to keep him.
Sure.
God knows what the Warriors trade people like every freaking day.
Well, it was their initial. Like, that's what everyone was saying initially after they signed.
Yeah.
Did they trade for him, or they
traded for D'Lo?
They traded for D'Lo, right? They were saying that he's going to get traded around this time, if not sooner.
If not, yeah. And they said that maybe if they did keep him, they'd probably get rid of him in the summertime. So.
But the GM said he was like, "Oh, we didn't sign him and trade him." How many times have we heard that?
Plenty of times. No one's gonna come out and say, "Yeah, we're gonna trade him."
Yeah,
so
exactly.
I mean, of course, what do you expect?
And so you got Wiggins, who's turning 25 this month. He just had a career year in threes. He's making an average of 2.2 threes per game. So his best year shooting the ball. Now he's going to get to go play with Steph and Clay and Draymond. And I think if he's kind of their third scoring option.
That's a good third scoring option to have, man.
Because listen, when he was at Minnesota and Jimmy Butler was there, he shot more times at Jimmy Butler.
Yeah.
Which is, I don't think that's a good thing.
No, I think Jimmy Butler was not appreciated much in Minnesota.
Right.
And now you see what he's doing in Miami.
Yep.
He's balling. So yeah, I mean, I like for both teams. So we can move on to the next trade. You want to talk about? We can talk about the 3-team trade. All right, now let's talk about bigger trades. Let's talk about. Can we? What the hell the Pistons did today, please?
Are they out of their minds?
Well, so what I read was that it was more of like a salary dump apparently. Like Drummond was supposed to get paid $28 million or something.
Okay.
So they dumped him, but like, bro,
I get that you dumped him, but
but you got nothing.
You got a bag of Doritos.
You got Brandon Knight, John Henson, and a second-round pick, and you trade away Andre Drummond, who's one of the best centers in the league, I think.
Brandon Knight's played
Pure
16
centers.
games this year. 16, and he's averaging like 15 minutes in those games.
I don't understand.
John Henson's averaging 14 minutes per game. He's played, I think, 30 games.
And I'm interested to see what happens with Kevin Love. Now that they got Drummond, I don't think that really changes Love's mind much about wanting to stay or wanting to leave. But, I mean, I guess we'll see what Cleveland does long-term with Drummond.
You got to feel bad for Andre Drummond.
Dude, he went from Detroit to Cleveland.
He went,
From worse to worse, basically.
Detroit.
No offense. But
Detroit to Cleveland. Not exactly Silicon Valley.
Nope. And neither one of these teams are really doing much.
But good for the Cavs, man. I mean, they gave up nothing. They've got a young core. They're young. The good players that they have are young. Like Garland's 20, Sexton's 21, Porter's 19. You can't even get a beer in the States. Drummond is just now entering his prime, in my opinion. He's turning 27 this year.
And he's good, man.
And
he's a defender.
He's an awesome player.
Great rebounder. He does everything you need a center to do and more.
The rebounding.
Yep. He's one of the best rebounders. And he's worked on his free throw, which was his worst part of his game.
The best rebounder.
Rebounding center, yeah. So we can move on. We can talk about the Heat, Grizzlies, and Timberwolves trade. It was a 3-team trade where the Heat acquired Andre Iguodala, Jay Crowder, and Solomon Hill. The Grizzlies acquired Dion Waiters, Justice Winslow, and Georgie Dieng, or however the hell you pronounce this dude's name. And the Minnesota Timberwolves acquired James Johnson. So the Timberwolves, I mean, whatever, they got James Johnson. The Grizzlies, I do like the direction the Grizzlies are heading in. They're staying young.
I love the trade for the Grizzlies.
They're staying young.
Not a big fan of it for the Heat. Iguodala's ancient.
Yeah. I guess they just want
Winslow's the better player right now. and he's younger. So I don't see that.
Maybe the Heat just saw how much youth they have, and they're like, maybe we need more veterans. But like, how much longer is Iggy gonna play realistically? Like, he's getting up there. So I don't know, but I did like this trade a lot for the Grizzlies. I think Dion Waiters had a good year.
Good scorer, man.
Last year,
Yeah,
2 years
provide
ago.
some scoring.
Yeah, he did really well. And Justice Winslow's young, has a lot of potential. I think this team wins. This team's gonna be good.
Give it 2 years, and they're gonna be fighting for that top spot in that Western Conference.
Top spot.
They're gonna be fighting for that top spot. John Morant's averaging 18 and 10 in his first year. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
In his first year,
Still
a rookie. Dude, he's gonna be amazing.
They have him. They have Jaren Jackson, who's been balling.
Yep, Dylan Brooks.
Brooks,
Very
is
good player.
And now you add in Justice Winslow and Dion Waiters. I mean, should be interesting.
Future's bright. Andre Iguodala, man, I just don't get it. I don't
a lot of these teams
I don't get
wanted
this one
him.
at
Like,
all.
the Lakers wanted him. The Clippers wanted him. The Heat wanted him. There's a bunch of teams that wanted him.
But why are you going to give up one of your young assets for him?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I mean,
And like, what has he done recently? Like, people are just hanging their hat on the fact that he won NBA Finals MVP. Like I feel like that's all people talk about.
he's one of the better defenders in the league.
Yeah. Oh no, for sure.
So-
But he's ancient now.
Yeah, and he's really not that.
And when's the last time he played?
He hasn't played at all this year. I don't
Yeah.
think. So he's basically just been sitting out. Like, he basically admitted, he wants to go.
Well then,
So
shoot.
we can talk about a smaller trade. I mean, we can hit this big trade, this huge trade last, I guess. But we'll talk about this 3-team trade between the Clippers, who received Marcus Morris and IT. The Knicks received Mo Harkless and a 2020 first. And the Wizards. Oh, and the Knicks also received. It was an option to swap second-round picks. That was another option
Okay.
that I forgot to put
Who
down.
cares
And the
about
Wizards
that?
got Jerome Robinson.
Who's Jerome Robinson? Wait, that's all they got?
That's all the Wizards got rid of IT and got Jerome Robinson.
What was IT's contract?
I don't remember.
Must be like
Yeah, but Jerome Robinson literally he's playing. I believe it was 4 minutes a game, and he's averaging like 3 points or something like that. I really like this trade for the Clippers, though. I think Marcus Morris is a great addition, and they really didn't give up much.
they didn't give. I don't like Mo Harkless at all.
I don't like Mo Harkless at all either. So
Like, he's a complete liability when
Yeah.
it comes to offense.
yeah, so Marcus Morris is very good for them to pick up. I like IT. I think IT offensively is very good. Defensively, he's a liability. But
It's not an issue of like him being a bad. It's just his height.
yeah,
He's not a bad defender. He just
He's
guys
short.
shoot over him.
Yeah.
He's just short.
He's still a
He
baller,
stays
bro.
in front of his guy. He has good positioning, keeps his guy in front of him. It's just a matter of height to me.
I still like IT. I think he's going to be good. If he gets, I don't know how much playing time he'll get, but I think he'll be good for the Clippers off the bench.
It's gonna be. I don't see him getting
Much playing time at all.
at all.
Yeah.
They have plenty of depth already,
So yeah, well,
especially with they have that defensive identity.
that's their biggest piece. That's their biggest thing. So yeah, that's that trade. I mean, I
I think Clippers, man, you gotta.
the Clippers scare me the
Clippers
most.
are dangerous,
like
man.
in the entire league, the Clippers scare me the most. I don't
think
care
about-
what the record is.
I don't care about their record
I don't
either.
care
I
how
think
many
they're better
games
than the
Kawhi
Lakers.
sat. I don't care about any of that shit. I think that the Lakers are going to have the most trouble with the Clippers. If the Lakers,
You mean the Clippers are gonna have the most trouble with the Lakers?
whatever floats your boat. If the Lakers make the finals, I'm not worried about the Bucks nearly as much as I am about the Clippers, especially now. So it should be interesting. The Western Conference is going to be very interesting. But outside of the Lakers and Clippers, I don't think any team in the West really got that much better where they can compete with either one, I think.
Maybe the Rockets.
Who's their center?
I
PJ
don't
Tucker?
care.
Michael.
I don't care.
Who is going to guard Anthony Davis? Who is going to guard Montrezl Harrell?
I mean, you think Clint Capella is gonna guard Anthony Davis? Did you think he was
he's
gonna guard
him
him?
much better than PJ Tucker.
How
I'll
about
tell you
Robert
that.
Covington, who's like 6'9", who has a 7'3" wingspan and is a great.
okay.
He's a great defender.
Okay, so he'll guard AD, right? So who's going to guard JaVale McGee?
Who cares? PJ Tucker can guard him just as good as anybody else on that team.
I'm telling you.
Look, they sacrificed some interior defense, obviously, but their shooting got a lot better. Robert Covington's
Yeah.
a very good shooter. And the fact that they improved on one of their biggest weaknesses, which was shooting, I believe.
And defense.
Yeah.
They improved.
Well, I mean, interior Capella's
defense they lost
inside.
out, but yeah.
But in terms of a perimeter defender, Covington's very valuable. He provides shooting. Is a great 3-and-D guy. I honestly, at first I didn't like the trade, but then I was like, oh, Covington. The Rockets are 23rd in catch and shoot threes. Their rate or percentage at it.
So, I mean,
That's not good. That's basically all they shoot is catch and shoot.
yeah.
That's their 3-pointers because Harden's driving in and he's kicking it out. Or he's just kicking it when he gets double teamed crossing half court. So you got, I mean, I like it, man. And small ball's a way to go with that sometimes.
So yeah, we can kind of just hit that trade. I actually like this trade a lot for Atlanta. So Atlanta got Clint Capella
I love
and
it for
Nene.
Atlanta.
Minnesota got Malik Beasley, Juan Cho. Oh my God, Juan, whatever the hell this dude. Juancho Gomez.
It's just Juan Hernan Gomez.
Juan Hernan Gomez, whatever his name is. Jared Vanderbilt, Evan Turner, and a 2020 first. The Rockets got Covington, who I like. Jordan Bell is a good pickup also. And the Hawks 2024 second.
Whose first round pick did the T-Wolves get? Do you know?
I am not sure.
No. Either way, it shouldn't be anything.
And then the Nuggets got Keita Bate Diop, Shabazz Napier, Noah
Bates
Vonleh,
Diop, yeah.
Gerald Green, and the Rockets first round pick. I mean, a lot of this trade was just
filler.
yeah. But the biggest names moved were Atlanta got Capella and Nene, which they just bought out Nene, so Nene's not even on the team anymore. And Houston got Covington and Jordan Bell, which
Nene will be missed. I'll never forget Nene.
Nene, when he was good. Hey, when he was good,
Yeah,
he was pretty good. But yeah, I like the trade a lot for Atlanta. I think Capella's good. You know, that gives Trae Young some.
They needed defense so bad.
Oh yeah,
Like their defense was horrendous.
yeah,
It's
and they needed
gonna help a little bit.
And with them not getting Drummond, I think Capella was a good second option. to
Yep,
go after.
for sure.
So
He's gonna thrive with Trae Young. You know, like kind of like the same way that he did with Harden.
yeah, I could
He's
see
gonna
it.
catch a lot of lobs.
A lot of just bounce, nice easy bounce passes.
And he helps their weakness, kind of like how Covington helps the Rockets.
Yeah,
Weakness,
I don't know the Rocket man.
which is
This small ball thing, man. It should be interesting. I'm very interested to see how it goes.
it is going to be interesting, but I think I like it for both those teams. Now with the T-Wolves giving up Covington, I don't really know. I don't know the contract situations, but player for player, Malik Beasley's a good player. He's just buried in the depth chart with
With the
how
Nuggets.
much with the Nuggets, how much depth they have. But Malik Beasley could score the basketball.
I really do like what the Timberwolves did this trade with the trade deadline, and I like what the Heat did a lot. They both addressed some needs, and they both addressed like long term. I think Iggy's going to be good for the next 2 or 3 years. I think that's a good pickup for them, just to have a veteran for the next couple of years. I know, like long term, like 4 years down the road, that shit is useless.
I'm pretty sure Iggy's like 36,
useless.
dude.
I think he'll play another 2 years.
Yeah, but at what level?
I mean, dude,
Like-
all you need Iggy to do is play defense. No one expects Iggy to do a lot on offense. Maybe inside, no one's expecting him to get a 3-point shot. No one's expecting him to shoot. Mid ranges, yeah. But like inside, yeah. And mostly, what most of these teams wanted Iggy for was his defense. And the Heat need that veteran.
Big winners on the day. Are there any other trades that we didn't hit?
Those were
Like
the
big
bigger
ones, yeah.
Those are all the bigger ones.
My big winners from today, trade deadline, I think would have to be the Cavaliers, obviously.
Freaking robbery.
I think the Grizzlies won.
Grizzlies, yeah.
I like the Rockets, what the Rockets did, but it's kind of TBD, to be determined. Hawks, I think that's a win for them.
It is.
They didn't give up anything, really. And then, I think the Warriors won. We're gonna see them back next year.
Yeah.
Andrew Wiggins is a better defender than D'Angelo Russell. It's gonna help their weakness. It's kind of been a theme. Their lineup's gonna be deadly next year again, and we're gonna be talking about the Warriors this time of year next year.
God, I hope not. Jesus Christ, I cannot deal with the Warriors again.
Oh, Oh man.
I just don't think Golden State can really like. Even I know with the team that they have, I just don't see them competing with what the Lakers and Clippers have. Maybe the Lakers, but not the Clippers. The Clippers are deep. That team is deep, and they're good.
And they have superstars.
Yeah.
Paul George and Kawhi Leonard.
And Lou Will comes off the damn bench. That's ridiculous.
Wow. But it's hard to. I mean, I like what the Timberwolves did too.
So with all these trades, what do you have your NBA Finals as of like right this second? Like I know stuff can change, but
my NBA Finals is going to be Clippers versus the Bucks.
Bucks, yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, so I think come playoff time, Clippers Lakers is going to be the Western Conference Final. But I think when it comes down to it, like you said, who's that third guy for the Lakers? You know?
Yeah.
Like they don't have a Lou Will.
Yeah.
They don't have a Lou Will. That's what I think it boils down to for me. In taking the Clippers, and even if the Lakers have home court, they really don't. They play in the same arena.
Same damn arena.
Yeah.
Just change.
How about you?
I mean, it's hard for me to not choose the Lakers, but like, I think you might call me crazy. I think. Okay. God damn it, this is hard. All right. My heart's telling me the Lakers are going to make the championship, but my gut's telling me the Clippers are going to make the championship. Now, the Eastern Conference just got very interesting, in my opinion. I think the Bucks are the best team in the East, but come playoff time, I kind of like the Miami Heat. I'm not lying. I like the Miami Heat a lot, actually.
No.
And I know it sounds crazy, but right this second, I like the Miami Heat a lot.
They're a good team. I just think they need another piece this offseason.
I don't know, man. It should be interesting.
I like the Bucks, but a big concern for me is like if they do make the finals, right? You're either going to be playing the Lakers or the Clippers, right? Most likely.
Yeah.
Who's this? Like the second guy for the Bucks is
Middleton.
Chris Middleton, who's a good player, a really good player.
He's an elite player.
But
he's a very good player.
But the Lakers have Anthony Davis or LeBron James as their second option, and the Clippers have Kawhi and PG.
Yeah.
So it's almost like no matter how well Yanni plays, plus he's gonna have a nightmare. It's gonna be a tough defensive matchup for him.
Yeah.
Not saying he won't eat, but we saw what happened in the playoffs last year, and how the Raptors defended them by just
and don't sleep with the Raptors this year, man. They've been on.
I'm in a coma,
fire,
bro. Yeah, but come playoff time, man, they're a good team. They're well coached. Siakam took another step up this year.
Also,
should be the MIP, I think.
Yeah, 100%.
Pascal Siakam.
I don't know. I think the East is going to be more interesting than what we're saying. I think, the Bucks.
You got the Celtics too.
The Celtics are good.
The Celtics are doing really well, and they haven't had a full healthy lineup the entire year.
I just hate that the Celtics didn't address their center problem.
Yeah,
I think if the Celtics would have gotten Drummond or Capella, I think that I actually would have thought they were probably the best team in the East if they got Drummond or Capella.
That's a good point because look at how like the teams that are elite in that conference are going to abuse that big man advantage.
Yeah.
Like you got the Milwaukee Bucks. Yanni's not a 5 or a 4. I mean, he might be considered a 4. But you need that, like against the Bucks, you need that big guy, like that center that's gonna be a havoc in the paint for you.
Yeah, I'm changing my pick to the Bucks. Now that I think about it, I just don't. The only team I could see giving them a problem is the Sixers. I like the way the Sixers match up against them.
Did they just win today or no?
I honestly don't know.
Can you check?
Yeah,
because I'm recording right now.
Yeah, I got you.
We saw what happened Christmas Day. Like, this is what I'm saying. Like, you need that. Like, Embiid was waiting in the paint for Yanni. He's an athletic, big man. That
you asked about the Bucks won by 11. 112 to 101. You bet. I'm assuming you bet on the game. And it didn't go your
plus way. 9.5. Dang it.
They lost by 11.
It's okay.
Yeah, I mean, Yeah,
you
I
look. You
guess-
need that. You
I
need
guess the
that big
Bucks.
guy, and the Celtics are going to get abused by guys like Joel Embiid, guys like Gianni Antetokounmpo driving in the paint. Who else we got?
Yeah, man, Cantor. I just don't see Cantor.
Like we have Cantor and Thies, Tice.
Whatever.
Yeah. Like who else you got in the playoffs?
The Bucks are probably the best team in the East. They're the best team in the East, but
I think East is more.
it's more competitive than it's been in a while. I think.
Yeah, I think it's more open than the West. Also, it's tough because the Clippers and Lakers are widely considered the top two teams. But do you consider anybody else to be a real threat to them?
The Nuggets. I think the Nuggets are a threat to a point. I like the
Nuggets.
Rockets when they had Capella, but now that they have Tucker at the 5, I want to see how the small ball thing works.
I
That should be
think
interesting.
the small ball would like the way that trade is right now would help them a lot against if they played the Clippers in the playoffs.
Yeah,
Because you'd have another defender to match up on PG or
yeah.
or Kawhi, and then but if you play the Lakers, it'd be a little tougher to guard AD. So
Yeah, it should be interesting. But yeah, outside of the Nuggets and the Rockets, I don't see.
the Jazz have caught fire recently.
They have.
Yeah,
I don't know, man.
they don't have like a guy, like
don't-
the guy.
Yeah, they don't have like that elite.
So it's tough.
That elite player.
It's tough.
I do like Donovan Mitchell though. He has been balling this year, so it should be interesting
All right,
coming
man.
playoff time.